even with all the negatives going on, talking about the Pokemon community, where it's headed, especially for the market side, there's still a lot of positive things that are going on in the community. Some of the positive things that I'm going to be talking about today, pre-release events. So if you're interested in what a Pokemon pre-release event is, make sure you stick around. Let's get to it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's Ken here with CSMCollecting.com. I'm an active duty military member who has a passion for sports cards, Pokemon cards, and other TCGs. So I decided to open my own eBay store late in 2024. I had so much fun doing it, I decided to open up my own website, CSMCollecting.com, where I currently sell Japanese and English Pokemon products, and hopefully in the near future I'll be able to sell some more too. But in today's video, we are talking about the Pokemon community, the good that's in there, not talking about the markets, we're not talking about the lack of product. We are talking about good old-fashioned community gatherings for the Pokemon trading card game. My kids and I decided to attend a pre-release event at Crimson Kings in Stafford, Virginia. And we got there early, we signed up, and then came back before it started, and they had one spot available when we came back, probably 25-30 minutes before the event started. So it essentially sold out by the time it started, which is huge. I think that community growth, that excitement to go out and do these type of events is huge. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cough. Sinuses are kicking my butt. But with the community event that, was going on, especially for a hype set like Destined Rivals, I wasn't surprised it sold out, but I was surprised that they still had one spot available 30 minutes prior to. But for those that have never done a pre-release event, what it is you get a build and battle box that comes with a 40-card pre-constructed deck, and then you get 4 packs of the new set that's coming out. So for us, Destined Rivals today, we were able to open up 4 packs to include the 40-card deck that came with it. And hearing the oohs and the ahs and the check this out and oh my gosh, this is what I pulled during that event, made that event so much more enjoyable because you didn't hear the doom and gloom that, everybody wants to be talking about with the Pokemon community, and you didn't hear the oh man, let me get that card from you, or let me buy that card, or anything like that. You just heard pure joy and excitement coming from adults, from kids, from teenagers, from everybody there that was participating in the event, and that is what I really think that the Pokemon community is about. It was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to be talking about the rest of my day there, but I just wanted to kind of like point out first and foremost of how exciting attending an event like that was today for me, and pushing me further to drive to that, wanting to have a brick and mortar store. But before I really continue into my thing here, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe. It's greatly appreciated, especially if you want to hear more or see more videos not focused on the Pokemon market, but the community aspect as well. Maybe I can try to attend some more pre-release events in the future, maybe even black and white if I'm lucky. So now I'm going to kind of break down what my rest of the time was there. So let's get to it. So once I had my build and battle deck box open, and I opened up my packs, I put into my competitive bracket and went off to start my first match. We ended up doing 3 rounds. My first match was against another, I'll say, fairly new to at least the competitive side, or playing in person. They said they played online a little bit more, but they played in person just more recently. He, what deck did he have? He had a he had a Weezing. I don't know like the full full build and battle deck constructions, but I know he had a Weezing. Um, I think it was dark and water type. I think is what he had. I don't remember. I remember my last two more than I remember my first one. I guess it's a sign of my old age, but um, I told him it was my first time attending like an in-live event like that, and that I hadn't really played Pokemon, the card game, in person. I played more online, especially during the COVID times. Playing online was the way to go. Um, but first game, first match, it was really close. It came down to the wire, and it literally came down to I hit a Misty Starmie, and evolved my Misty Staryu into Starmie, which allowed me to do an additional 80 damage on top of the 60 that it already did for that attack. So 140 damage, and I was able to just cruise through his Pokemon he had out. And then once I got to that first one, it was kind of smooth sailing from there. And then he got lucky with a it was a Buddy Poffin to bring out two more Pokemon, because he only had one to kind of start the game, so it was a little rough for him. But it was a really good game. Won the first game. I say by luck, but luck was on my side, and I moved to the second game. Second game against another person that was kind of still relatively new to the in-person battling side of it, but he's been doing it a couple more months, and he just got unlucky from the get-go. If you ever played a TCG game, Magic, Pokemon, whatever, you know that there's sometimes you just do not get the draws that you need, and unfortunately that happened to my opponent in the second game, and he just was all downhill from there. Excuse me 1 second. Allergies are kicking my butt. In the last game I played against, I'm going to call him a seasoned pro compared to me. He had been playing competitively or more in-person type events for the last 6 months, he said. And when the game first started off, I started off real strong. He had a excuse me, a fighting and no, sorry, he didn't have a fighting. He had a water and fire deck, Ethan and Misty's deck, and he started off with a fire Pokemon, and I started off with a water Pokemon, and I was like, yep, it's a wrap. I got this one. I got overzealous and ended up losing that one, but ended up coming in 4th place overall. So for my first in-person event with 30 people there, 4th place is really good in my opinion. I had a lot of fun, but it was truly the community aspect that kind of like made that day better for me, because even after the matches were done, I'd sit there and chat with my opponents, or chat with my opponent, or chat with people that were next to me, whether they were still playing or not playing. We were talking about what worked for us, what didn't work for us, what luck we had, what luck we didn't have, and then we kind of just talked about like our collections, and were we excited about Destined Rivals? Were we excited about Black and White? And it was just really great to see that. And I don't think that there's enough of that type of thing going on, and I wish we would have more of it. I'm sure there is a bunch of that going on. I just don't see a lot of it, or I don't hear a lot about it, which was kind of concerning, and kind of wanted me to kind of talk about that today, really, in the fact of like, if we can zoom out and not get so hyper focused on the chasing and just looking at that community side, the Pokemon market I feel is stronger than ever because of places like Crimson Kings, um, and all the other TCG stores that are out there that have these play events and build and battle events, and just allow that community to come together. So I definitely think I'm going to be trying to attend more of these in the future. I'm excited, even more so now, to get out the military, go open up my own brick and mortar to have these type of events. But I need distro first. I gotta get distro, and I gotta become a play. But those are further things down the line for me. Um, but if you made it to this part of the video, please again make sure you hit that like, subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. And until the next video, you have a good one.